In the past I've done many videos about bodily hygiene and looking after oneself with the fine details of just little things like using a Q-tip to clean one's ears. I once read it from the internet that it was said that doctors recommend that you shouldn't put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear. And I've always gone, who do they think they're speaking to? Children? Really, really stupid children? These are designed for that purpose, to put in your ear. And then they say, oh, just put it in, just a little bit. Oh, be careful of the eardrum and all this. The amount of stupid shit that we have to put up with as being intelligent human beings. Now, have a look at that now. Let's see how far I can put this in my ear. And I put it all the way in so it touches the eardrum. There it's touching the eardrum. So that's that far in. And when you touch the eardrum, you can hear it crackly like that. And so what I do is I put that in, and I'm pretty vigorous, and I get it all around everywhere. And that's what happens. Absolutely nothing on. Why? Because I do this at least 2 times every day. Now, for many years, I had kind of like itchy ears. It's kind of like, oh, my ears are itching. You know, how do you scratch your ear? Well, you know, oh, it's great, isn't it? You know, you just get a little itch. And so then when you have a shower and you get the water in, you get it out, and you make sure you get all the soap in there, and then when you dry them out, and you know, you get a little bit of residue of soap and water, and every so often it's very, very slightly yellow, because that's the natural thing of your ears to get waxy. And but if you just do that on a daily basis, and there's no reason why you would have blocked up, gunged up ears. It's just a normal thing, you know. And then I have this thing here, which is just for nasal hair. And you can hear it just a little bit, because I haven't done it for a couple of days. You see, just on that bit there, the hairs grow out. And then I use the old pincers for pulling out wayward eyebrow hair. If they're too blonde or too black or too long, then I bring them into order. And then with the nail clippers, keeping the nails very, very finely manicured and clean. There's nothing more abhorrent than when you see people with long nails and thick gunge underneath them. You just gotta know that they're dirty bastards. And their whole life is dirty. And so then when you look at their whole living environment, if you looked at mine, you'll see that I have this bleach whitener thing here. I have the Q-tip, I have the razor, I have some A313 cream, and this is a cold sore thing. Now and again I get one of those. And then I've got this stuff here. I've got the, you know, the flossing thing. And then I have my my bleaching trays. And here is the bleach that I use. Now this bleach, you can buy 10 syringes of this for about £11 on the internet. And it's not that great. By the way, I'll show you my shower. That's what a shower should look like, people. Yeah, it's clean. And that's what my toilet looks like. And so everything is very clean. my whole house, my whole life is clean, because cleanliness is next to godliness. And to keep renewing your toothbrush, so it's not all splayed out like an old scrubbing brush, you know. It needs to be very straight, so it's efficient like that when you brush your teeth. Now, I've got my prophylactic tooth in, because I'm talking about teeth particularly this time now. You see that? I don't have a single filling in my teeth. I've lost a couple. I lost that one there, that one's prophylactic, and then I lost one back here. But when I'm smiling, you can't see it, and so I'm not bothered about spending £3 on it. But the best teeth whitening method is the blue light treatment that you get from dentists, and not many dentists do that these days, and it's about 500 quid. I had it done once in Bulgaria for £40. This is going back like, you know, 17 years, something like that. But even if you went to Bulgaria today, I don't think you'd pay any more than 150 quid. But this is the next best thing. And so you have the trays, which the dentists want about, well, these days it's 500 quid. Because they say, oh, well, we've got to make the imprints and this, that and the other. And then they put a more stronger variety on, and they do it, and then you'll have your teeth nicely whitened in one session, because they use very, very powerful peroxide carbamide. And you can't buy that on the internet, so it takes you longer. So I put these trays in for an hour each day for about 2 weeks, and then they get nice and bright. But what I discovered was that when your teeth start to get stained through coffee, through brown ale, through blueberries, through red wine, through dark chocolate and all those sort of things, the bleach doesn't do that, because what actually happens is the bleach doesn't remove the staining from your teeth. And so I was bleaching my teeth for weeks, and it's kind of like, what the fuck, nothing's happening. And then, you know, looking on the internet for methods, this and the other, well, people speak about baking powder. And the baking powder is, the ingredients is resin agent E450, disphosphates, then it's E500 sodium carbonate starch. So basically this is your bicarbonate of soda, and if you brush your teeth with that, then you get very discernible results. So what I do is I put half teaspoon in this lid here, and then I wet the brush and I rub it all in, and then I scrub gently. This is a medium soft toothbrush. I've never used a hard one, it's too abrasive on my gums. And I brush my teeth like 5 times a day, so I only need a medium soft brush. And so I will scrub it, let's say for 1 minute. 1 minute, and I'll dip it in several times, because this is mildly abrasive, very mildly abrasive. And by the time you've done that, it's kind of like, wow, the vast majority of the staining is gone. Now, if you want the staining between the teeth, in a very, like that, then of course you have to do it like that for quite a while. You know, on each side 30 seconds, and then the other side 30 seconds, up and down, up and down. Now, if you've still got residue, what I use, people, I use a needle, and I look like this. Let me see if we can bring you closer. And I go like that. And it's remarkable how simple it is just to remove any of those stubborn stainings. And once you've done that, then you can brush gently again with the carbonate. And then you can have nice white teeth, and you won't look like a Neanderthal. People won't think you're disgusting, verminous, pink ape. They'll know that you have a high level of personal hygiene, and it's very likely that your breath isn't going to stink like a camel's arsehole, and they'll feel close about coming towards you because they're going to be thinking, well, if his teeth are nice and clean and white, well, the chances are everything else is, and the chances are he's got good order in his home and all different sorts of things, and he's got a lot of attention to detail in his work, and he's very conscientious because he's got the attention to details, you see. So unfortunately, very few people actually have the attention to detail. Even though we are in a day and age whereby all these facilities are all regularly available for us, and if you want to learn how to do stuff, then you can look on the internet. But you know, true to form with me, I looked high and low on the internet, and I never saw anyone doing this self-remedy. Just applying just a gentle scratching with a needle. Nobody's ever thought about that because they don't have the genius level of consciousness like the awake and brave. And it's so pathetic out there, people, because all you've got is a bunch of fucking copycats. So, I use this once a month, and I will use it for a week. And what I do is I put this in the trays, and I will sit and read a book for an hour, and then it makes a difference, let's say over a 2-week period. That's what's recommended for a 2-week period. But before I use that, I ensure that there's no residue of build-up on the teeth, so the bleach can actually penetrate the enamel and do its job. Because if it's got a film of crud on your teeth, then the bleach won't do it. So just a few pointers in that direction. How many people have I seen that have got really bad teeth? They've never been to the dentist, and you can smell their breath 8 feet away. It's kind of like, wow. And you know, how many people realise that their breath is stinking? How many people are actually conscious of that? I used to go out walking with a friend of mine, and some days it was so bad I would have to get upwind from him. And he would come on one side, and that's kind of like, no, because I'm downwind of that motherfucker. And I would keep having to go round the other side, and I'd be like 6 feet away, 8 feet away. And then I'd just be fucking, I don't know, just pretending I'm just there, I'm looking at things, and I'm like, oh, fucking hell, fucking pongy. And when I was in the car, I had to open the window. It's on a freezing cold day. Open the window, because it just fucking, it was rank, man. And I'm like, what, the person doesn't know that? What sort of level of consciousness is a person in that doesn't know that? What sort of circles do they move in? I can't talk this fucking thing. What sort of circles do they move in when nobody will point it out to them? I popped into the local church about a year ago now, when the bells were ringing. I thought I'll go in there and have a look around and see if I can, you know, see any of these God-fearing, nasty pink apes in there and see what they're all about. So I found a couple of them, and one of them was the organ fucking player. And then one of them was the pastor, and he came over with a, you know, high sense of importance that he's the pastor of that chapel or church, and you know, hi, hello, and all this sort of puffed up chest, nasty shit. And as soon as I walked in the church, I could stink gingivitis, and I'm like, fuck, smells like fucking gingivitis, right? And so anyway, I saw this fucking beard and fucking horrible unkempt fucking thing, and he comes over to me, and I'm telling you now, I had to back off. I had to back off and turn my fucking face, because I thought my eyes were going to burn out with a fucking stink. And when he was fucking talking, I was, you know, pretending to look at the stained glass windows and asking questions. And I'm like, oh, the fuck. And I had to get out of the church. I had to get out of the church. His breath was absolutely vile. And yet, of course, none of those God-fearing attendees would ever dare say anything about the emissary of God with his ranking fucking putrefied fucking breath. Oh my God, the sickness of the human being. Fucking sickness. At what stage did he not know that he had a fucking cesspool for a mouth? Go figure, people. This. I get annoyed. I get annoyed about these cunts. It's kind of like, what level of consciousness are they at? What level of disrespect are they exhibiting when they dare approach close proximity to another, to a real human being with that vile shit going on? Well, I know Joseph Mengele would have dealt with him very admirably, and I'm telling you now, given the opportunity, I would as well. These fuckers, god damn it. So here's the thing, you can hate me, you can do what the fuck you want, but I know there's a lot of you that are watching this video that have got rank breath and bad fucking teeth, and you've probably never even thought about it in your lives because your consciousness is so fucking low. But just go and look in the mirror, and then you can hate me for having beautiful white teeth at 62 years old and pointing out your fucking failings. Good, I want you to. Just feel that hate within yourself, and then know that that's yours and own it, because it's your motherfucking hate, it's not mine. It doesn't matter how much you want to project it onto me, it won't make me feel in the slightest bit different, because it won't penetrate me. But the more you build it up, the more it will destroy you, motherfuckers. So, look in the mirror, and just, if you dare, just go like that. Fuck. And then, maybe put your glasses on and go closer and go, what the fuck? How did they ever get like that? How did I never fucking notice? What else have I noticed? I've not noticed nothing about the world. I've not noticed anything about my disgusting body. No wonder I can't attract a partner. Oh, please, don't even get me started on the nasty pink ape. Anyway, I've showed you a few things that you can do just to look after yourself, and then just have this lip seal. Just keeps the lips nice and moist so they don't all get cracked and dry. Yes, and so there's lots of things that we can do, and then have this and that's better. Then, I always did it yesterday, but yes, are you hearing me? How many people do you see with eyebrow hairs 7 inches long? They're fucking all twisted and fucking, they look like fucking butterfly antenna on these cunts. How many do you see like that? What is wrong with these motherfuckers? And then, I have a few hairs around here that, when I put my tongue out like that, I can feel they're longer than the rest. And so, I gently trim them down. And so you see, ladies and gentlemen, that the Awakened Brave has a very high level of perfection. He has a high level of perfection in his consciousness. He has a high level of perfection in his morals. He has a high level of perfection for being a human being. And that's why I'm higher than all you guys and girls. I'm so much higher. How many of you are as high as me? I'd love to meet you. I'd love to meet those of you with nice clean teeth and non-pongy arms and no wayward fucking stupid butterfly antenna for fucking eyebrows and all the rest of it. I'd like to meet some of you with beautiful minds that can see the cosmos and all those different sort of wonderful things. How many of those sort of people are out there? Do you know what? I haven't met many. Can't really remember the last time I met one, to be honest. Flawed individuals. The Bible knew that 2,000 years ago. Flawed they are. Failed, it's the failed species. And I would think that young viewers have a propensity to be better kept. And people, when they get older and they become complacent in the relationship because they don't give a fuck, they never kiss or fucking get close to each other anyway, and so they let it all go. Or if you haven't got partners, then it's what the fuck, and it's just not on your fucking radar. Well, why is that? Why don't you just why don't you honour and respect this vessel that you've been given for your conscious experience here on planet Earth? Because if you did honour and respect it, and you looked after it, then it would give you so much scope, because you'd have the strength, the agility, the fitness, the confidence, and you could actually enjoy the world, because you could do a billion things that you can't do when you're fat and fucking slovenly and out of shape and exhibit and disrespect this vessel, this potential genius. That's what you do, isn't it? A fucking genius thing. We haven't got a clue how any of it fucking works. And then you just poison it on a daily basis. And you've never exercised it, you never do anything good for it. Vile is the pink ape. How many of you look after yourselves? How many of you clean your ears? How many of you possess cotton buds? How many of you? Go on, fuck off. Get to the fucking bathroom.